Coming out, certainly for me, was not one single, dramatic, life-changing event, but rather a series of guilt-laden, apologetic confessions prompted by a very impulsive realisation while studying with my friend in the library. She confided in me that she thought she might be gay, to which I enthusiastically replied, "Me too." This was in fact not only the first time I had expressed this thought out loud, but also the first time the thought that I was actually gay had consciously entered my head. After I got together with a friend, revelations to my family followed. My sister initially said, "You're joking," which was rather unhelpful, meaning I had to explain it again. Tricky. Mum and stepdad followed. She said she still loved me, and cried for 3 years. I always felt a bit odd about the word still. It made me wonder, does she? Why would being gay even raise the possibility that she wouldn't love me? She's my mum. By trying to reassure me, she made me doubt her even more, and it took me a long time for her to feel I care around her. Now we tell each other we love each other all the time, and it feels fine, more heartfelt than ever. Dad was a different matter. He was going to be hard to tell. So I took advantage of William Hay visiting our school, and having been selected as one of the trustworthy ones, I was allowed to go on the panel, asking him questions. So I asked him if he would lower the age of consent for gay people if he were in office. This was, of course, picked up by the newspaper, and Dad read it. "Why did you ask that?" he inquired, playing dumb. "Well," I hesitated, "it's important to me, because I'm gay." He was privately quite upset for some time, my stepmother later told me, but he didn't show this to me, and that made it a lot easier. Much easier than tears. Generally, people have been fine with me being gay. The only people I've not told are my grandparents, although I think me being with my partner for 8 years sort of gives them a hint. But they don't ask, so we don't say. I've never had any blatant homophobia directed at me, thankfully, but people I initially lived with at university were not nice to me, as were some people in my workplaces. But I would never accuse someone of being homophobic, when in fact it might be that they just don't like me. It's easy to assume that it's the only reason people could have a problem with you. But it's also important to remember that sometimes people just don't get along. That's not to excuse abusive behaviour, but I think you need to be clear about the reasoning behind someone's feelings towards you before you assume it's homophobic.